sort of very violent, rapid maneuvers like you would do in close combat. Actually, your airframe or your space frame could take a lot more, G-force or whatever than you could as a pilot. So you would probably, if people were flying ships in space and dogfighting, you would probably limit the speed, sort of how quickly you would turn. The computer would limit it so not to kill the pilot. Whereas if you didn't have a pilot, it could do a lot more. So probably a real game the real future would mostly be unmanned combat, I would guess. But obviously that's not the Star Wars fantasy that we all love. So, but it is a good fictional reason why we're going to have your sort of top speeds limited to a certain extent, because we're actually going to simulate G-forces on the body. So essentially, as you go faster, your flight control system will prevent you from turning too far that would create too much force on you. And we're actually going to let later on, if you could like turn off some of the safety features, because there's always a boundary between safe and lethal. And so I think what would be fun would be some pilots that like live on the edge, turn that off, and they can push a few more G's, but if they don't watch it, they may black out or really hurt themselves. But maybe that gives them a bit of an edge in combat.
So is the game not going to incorporate like inertial damping?
Well, we're going to have. I mean, I think we're going to, depending on what we do, we'd have some. But I mean, a lot of the sci-fi thing is like we just full inertial damping, and I don't know quite how you would do that. That's just sort of, I mean, like if I'm going forward this fast and I go like that, that's a huge. I mean, even onto. I mean, you can speak more to it, but even in today's some of the newer craft today can pull way more G's than the pilot can stand, right? I mean,
absolutely. I'm not looking for simulator level stuff here, because even now, as you say, we're reaching the level of where it's physically practical to have a human in the cockpit. I understand that where the game's going is an alternate reality kind of deal where, you still have fighters in the pilot or in the cockpit for whatever reason. What I'm looking for is an instrument cluster where I look at it, I get information that is useful to me, and it doesn't just make me wonder, why is that there, rather than, I'm just wondering, are you guys going to be, I guess what I want to know is, are you guys going to respond very well to feedback on the cockpit design? Because I know there are people like me and other guys I've been talking to from my forums where they're going to talk about, are things convincing? Can we have electronic warfare that's not just point, click, activate kind of deal? Is it something where I can look at a screen and it looks like something that's convincing, like it's something that maybe that doesn't immediately pull you out of the alternate reality?
Well, first of all, we'd love the feedback. I mean, that's the whole point of like engaging and getting the community in this early, is to basically, I mean, it's an awesome resource. I mean, we've got so many, there's yourself and a whole bunch of other people that actually have like, real practical combat experience or flight experience, and they can give feedback. So we definitely want all that. I mean, I would say that there's kind of so we sort of inform some of the design choices by what you sort of see in like modern, like whatever's happening on the F-35 or the Eurofighter, all that kind of stuff. And then on top of that, we're sort of going one level before. So you haven't really seen it, but like the model I like the best is sort of the Iron Man model. If you've seen the HUD inside Iron Man 1 and 2 and 3, are all sort of floats, and it's sort of intelligent tagging and stuff. So that's actually the model of the HUD that you have in most of your fighter craft, and we're going to have different levels of ability. So like a higher grade targeting computer will allow you to sort of track 4 targets